Police in Pacific now say the deaths of people found dead in a home were the result of a murder-suicide.
26-year-old James Gann is believed to have shot and killed his mom, 56-year-old Marianne Gann, before ultimately turning the gun on himself. First Alert 4 has been in Pacific all day searching for answers from this tight-knit community. Russell Kinsall has reaction from those who knew the family.
The Pacific community is in shock over the violent deaths of 56-year-old Marianne Gann and her 26-year-old son, James Gann. Those who knew Marianne are describing her as somebody who was beautiful, an amazing woman, and lovable.
She was a very kind, giving, caring woman.
Ruth Ann Miles, one of the many in Pacific who've been touched by the kindness and friendliness of Marianne Gann. Police were called to Gann's home on Cedar Ridge Drive Monday, where she lived with her son because relatives hadn't heard from them. Police found both dead from gunshot wounds. Investigators now conclude James Gann shot and killed his mother, then himself. Marianne Gann is described by those who knew her as a good-hearted person and a loving grandmother. Her son James served 4 years in the Marines. Gann had owned a tanning salon and was known for helping to raise money for charities through her business.
And she would just do anything for anybody, even when she was down herself.
Family members have said they are devastated over the deaths of their mother and brother. At this point, they are grieving, not yet ready to talk publicly about what happened. In Pacific, Russell Kinsall, First Alert 4.